Rupture is this new body horror, sci-fi, thriller, torture porn movie that is very odd and has no ending at all, and it's kind of a pointless film.
This might feel a little bit cold.
What's G1012X?
The genetic code, we're trying to rupture that part of your genes. What happens when you rupture it?
Don't fight it. Let it happen. So the basic setup of this film is that the writers saw Deadpool and saw, the scene where they're injecting him with a serum to try to bring out his mutant genes. And they saw that and were like, that's pretty cool. We should make that, but get rid of all the funny, good stuff about the film and just make the whole movie about that. And that's the film. Like, they're basically, these people kidnap other people that have this dormant gene, inject them with stuff, and then try to bring the genes out, and a lot of them may die, but the ones that do are changed. And the biggest problem with this film is that they don't really talk about what it is, any of it is. Like, they have a name for the gene, but they don't really explain anything about it. And they're only saying, if it is this hidden gene, how did someone first find it? They don't even try to explain anything like that. But, did someone just naturally exhibit the gene and then search for others like him? Or did some mad scientist find the gene and brought it out in people? Or, you never even explain it. Or the aliens? You don't know. And the thing, when they say, how they found her, they say, some aside, oh, it's much easier now that medical records are available online. And, medical records aren't really available online like that. And then they're mostly contained within the hospital systems. Unless they're, the hackers. But, and the weird thing is, there's an easy way they could have gotten by this. The whole, the new fad now of the DNA testing to find your heredity, your genetics, and, where you came from. They could have easily done something like these mutants own one of these companies, and when people send out their DNA, they find ones that have the dormant gene, and they go after them. Even the way that they could do it is at one point in the beginning of the film, the kid's talking about trying to get her to have her dad, they're divorced, have her dad help him with a family tree on his side. So they could have said that maybe when she was doing a family tree, she did a DNA test for her, They could have easily done something like that. But they don't care enough about explaining anything. There's this big thing, they have all these cameras around their house, and they've been watching her for who knows how long. But they're trying to explain how they got all these cameras in their house. And they don't explain, too, what does this altered DNA do? All they do is they get their face, their face goes all jelly, and they have 3 pupils in their eyes, and that's why they're better than humanity. That's why they're better than Homo sapiens. There's also stuff with skin, where all the creepy guys are rubbing her cheek with their cheek, and they don't explain. And the one girl puts her hand on their belly and knows stuff about her from her skin. But they don't even try to explain any of it. So the whole idea is that, that they kidnap her and they're torturing her, and they're trying to, she has this, she's deathly afraid of spiders, and they expose her to spiders, and they want her to change into this, whatever this other thing is. And the weird thing about the film is that it keeps jumping around so much, because they're in this, this warehouse or prison they have for all these people they're trying to change, and she keeps escaping and then coming back. It's multiple times she escapes and then, comes back, and it's why are you coming back? They're ejecting you with shit. Just leave, or just hide. And it's really weird aspect of the film that, she was, searching through all this place and finding stuff out, but then she has to go back and be tortured some more. And I will say there's Naomi Rapace, she's excellent, and I really liked her and everything she's done. Even if the film sucks, in this case, she is really good, and she's good in this. And the people around her are just so over the top, the mutants, and they're just really weird. But my biggest problem with the film is the end. And to talk about it, I kind of do have to spoil it, but it's not really a good movie, and it's not really, no one should really care about it. But if you don't want to hear about what happened wrong with the end, I'd probably give the film like a 4 out of 10. I wouldn't recommend it. So basically, at the end, she transforms into the Blob, and they take her back into her life. And you think that, okay, if you are changing these people, their minds wouldn't change, I don't think. I mean, their DNA changes, but why would their mind change? They would still have the same emotions and feelings, you think. They still have the same brain. They think they know that these people torture me. They aren't good people. I don't want to work with them. And you think that, okay, maybe she's not a pod people, or not a pod person, but she goes back and, like, her kid's there, and, like, the guys come, they're like, they're gonna try to transform a kid, too. And, like, she tells him to run away, and she, like, texts him to run away. Okay, thinking, okay, so now, okay, this is gonna be a climax of the film. She's gonna attack these guys, and then she's gonna show that maybe she's, like, unique from them. Like, most of the time they say that she's different, and I think that she's better than him. She's gonna, like, her head's gonna transform. She's gonna bite the other guy's head off. And I keep thinking that something's gonna happen like that, and it doesn't. It just kind of goes to the credits. Like you see this guy leaning in on her, and it's like, your emotions will fade. I know it's tough at first, but you'll be one of us or whatever. And you think that, okay, she's gonna destroy these guys, and it's like, nope, she's just gonna go along with it, I guess. And I don't know, like, it feels like a cliffhanger. Like, it feels almost like a pilot to a weird TV show. Or like, I mean, or they want to do a sequel. But, I mean, there is no sequel to this film. This film sucks. It's not going to do anything with it. But I don't know, why would you end the film like that? Like, it's like, I almost felt like the director and the editor forgot to put in the ending. And it's bad. Don't bother watching it. It's a bad film. But thanks for watching. You can check out my other video playlists around my head.